Hey, this is Joseph Labrecque, and I'm going to be talking about some enhancements in Adobe Edge Preview 6. In this video, we'll be looking over some of the kind of smaller enhancements in Edge Preview 6, but nevertheless some really important ones, such as timecode, changes to instant transition mode, content menus, and so forth. So let's have a look here. I've got this little edge animation that I created for 360 Flex. I was doing a book giveaway. And for this, you can see here that we actually have the timecode editor. In some of the previous versions of Edge, it used to be down here in the actual timeline. So what they've done is they've moved that above the timeline directly under the stage itself. And you can click on here and type in a particular timecode if you want, or you can actually scrub the playhead from right there and sort of move things along that way if you want to. And you'll notice we've got this other little piece here that's kind of darkened, and to use that you'd activate the pin, and then check that out. You've actually able to manipulate the position of the pin from the timecode editor. You can of course still drag the pin just like this, but this provides a little offset. So this is offset plus 1.361 seconds. And we could go backwards too, so negative, so forth and so on. So pretty neat. You've got both of those timepieces working independent of one another as you go through and edit your composition. So some other things we have, if I click on my Edge book here, if I right click on here, you can see that we've got a lot more options in our context menu. A lot of the stuff that you would initially see either up here or accessible only through the timeline are actually right here at your fingertips using the right-click context menu. So background position, we can insert these keyframes for any of these particular objects here. We can lock it and hide it, convert it to a symbol, open the particular actions for it if we want to. So you can see I have a click action on there, which does a window.open event to actually go to purchase my book, which of course I encourage anyone watching this video to do. We can also go through and have a look at some of the additional features in the timeline here. So the one that I'm really excited about is the instant transition mode. And you can see this looks like a kind of line that then jumps to a different place. And that's basically what instant transition mode really does. So let's just create a rectangle object here. So if I turn on instant transition mode, and maybe I want to change this, so let's activate the pin and have my playhead over here. And just make that grow a little bit. And we'll do the same thing here. And let's collapse some of these guys. All right. So there's my rectangle. And we can see it's added some bits and pieces there. So instant transition mode, move. We'll move it a little bit over here, over here, over here, so forth and so on. Okay, so now that we've got these keyframes here, you'll notice something strange about them, that they are empty. These are empty keyframes, it looks like. But really what's happening is these are transitions that basically have a beginning and an end, but don't have any of the transition bit to them. So if we go through and actually play this, so check that out. So this is actually how you create frame-by-frame animation within Adobe Edge. We can go in here too, and I've got this other piece, so it's using a sprite sheet. And you can see that this particular item here is using the same kind of frame-by-frame animation to animate with sprite sheets. And this is actually a sprite sheet that was created and exported through Flash Professional CS6 for the Starling framework. So that's a really nice tool. And again, it's called the Instant Transition Mode. It is available right here through the timeline in Adobe Edge. Preview 6.